Hey guys, so I'm going to make this while I'm driving because clearly I suck at making videos now and can never find the time to actually sit down and make one. So I'm going to do it this way. And I really hope, because I think I have my camera upside down, and I hope that my computer is smart enough to flip it when I go to actually upload this video. Alright, so update. I have joined Melly May's Diet Bet, which started July 5th. So this is day 2, to try and get back on track, even though how many videos have I made that I said I'm back and get back on track and never actually fucking did it. So at this point, starting weight for the Diet Bet was 193.1, and my camera is crooked as hell, and I apologize if that is going to drive anybody crazy. 193.1, down to 190.1 this morning, which is sad. My lowest weight since surgery was 159, was the lowest that I ever got down to. And that was for like a hot minute. It was right around like 162, 163 is kind of where I plateaued at. And I stayed there for about a year. And then gradually over this past year, March of 2016 was my lowest weight. So since then, it has gradually increased up into 193.1. A couple factors which I feel are pretty relevant and accurate is, one, I have thyroid issues. I have for like 12 years. It was pretty regulated as far as my medication goes. I had been on a pretty high dose of thyroid medicine for, like I said, about 12 years, probably 11 years. And I got a divorce, and I lost my health insurance, so I have not been to the doctor in over a year. When you are on thyroid medicine, you have to get blood work done every 6 months so they can adjust your levels. So I have not been able to go get blood work, and I have not been on my medication. Hence the 30-pound weight gain. I'm not going to say that it's all because of my thyroid, because clearly I've not been eating healthy. I have not really been doing anything healthy. I've not been exercising. I pretty much eat whatever the hell I feel like eating. Granted, I did have the surgery. I can only eat small amounts, but I think at this point my body is just used to eating those amounts. So the shock of it initially, yes, made me lose weight pretty quickly. Without doing anything, and was able to maintain it for about a year, and then pretty much at the 2-year mark is when I really started to put on the weight. So it'll be 3 years in September that I had my surgery. I'm still, nowhere close to where I was when I had surgery. My high weight was 267, so I'm at 191 right now. So I mean, even with the weight gain, I still have had significant loss because of the surgery. However, it still is nowhere where I was, and nowhere where I want to be. So I say get back on track, but honestly, I just need to do what I should have been doing the whole time, which I never actually did. And that is eating healthy, making healthy choices. The weight loss surgery is truly just a tool, and if you don't use it the right way, it is a temporary tool, and that is what it was for me. I had VSG, so yes, I will never have my whole stomach back. I will always only have this sleeve of a stomach. But I mean, I have days where I can eat a pretty good amount. And it's so crazy because your mind is a powerful thing. when I don't think about food and I just go about and I live my life the way that I really wanted to do, I really don't eat a lot. I don't make great choices, but I don't eat a lot. When I'm concentrated on it and I'm focused on it, oh my God, it's all I can freaking think about. The last 2 days have been so difficult to get back on track. Granted, the first day that we started this thing was my daughter's birthday. And where does she want to go for dinner? Dairy Queen. Great, awesome. Do you know how many healthy choices there are at Dairy Queen? 0. I made the healthiest choice that I think I could. You know, they do list all their calories right there up on the menu now at most fast food restaurants, Dairy Queen being one of them, which is quite depressing, by the way. So I did make the healthiest choice that I could see based on, you know, caloric intake, which happened to be a grilled chicken sandwich, which I couldn't eat all of it. I don't know if it was that I couldn't because I was full, or if I couldn't because it really tasted nasty. Either way, I ate like half of it. So, I mean, you know, all in all, it wasn't like a total loss. I didn't, you know, I've been tracking my stuff on fitness, what the hell is it called? Fitness Pal or whatever it's called. And yeah, I ended up with like 67 calories left over that I still could have eaten yesterday. Today, you know, I've been okay. I've known that this was my starting day for a while, and I didn't plan, and that kills you. I'm headed to the grocery store right now to, you know, finish off the week and try to get some healthy options and some snacks and some stuff that I can have on hand, just because I'm gonna end up, you know, crashing and eating a candy bar or some stupid shit. But aside from that, you know, I really want to get back into making videos, back to the accountability. Like I said, I joined this diet bet with Melly May, which if you don't like her on YouTube, you really should. I don't know. She has way more followers than I do. I'll link her below so you can go check her out if by some chance you happen to have missed her, which I seriously doubt that you have. But aside from that, life. So I promised in my last video that I would give an update, which I never actually came back and did. So, alright, had my surgery September 3rd, 2014. Quickly found out, pretty quickly, about 5 months into it, that I could not deal with all the emotions that I hid with food. If you are pre-op and you are watching this video, I highly, highly, highly recommend seeking therapy before you have surgery. I did not. I was a self-pay, so I did not have any restrictions as far as insurance making me do anything, so I did not. That was a huge mistake on my part because I had been overweight and a food addict my whole life, and there was a reason for it, and it wasn't because I just liked food. And when that is taken away from you and that has been your only mechanism for coping and dealing with your emotions, I was not prepared. I knew that that was my coping mechanism. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't stupid. I knew that that's what I did. I knew I ate when I was happy, I ate when I was sad, I ate when I was depressed, I ate when I didn't want to deal with things. I knew that that's what I did. What I didn't know is the effects that it was going to have on me when that was taken away. And the effects were overnight. I woke up one morning and like a freight train, every single emotion that I had ever hidden with food, ever, hit me all at once. Every single emotion, and I could not deal. Luckily, I was already in therapy. I had kind of saw it coming. So I was in therapy when it happened, but literally I woke up one morning and every single emotion that I had hidden with food, and I had some pretty dark hidden ones, hit me all at once, and I couldn't deal with it, and quite frankly, neither could my husband at the time. And he wasn't overly supportive to begin with. He didn't really want me to have the surgery, and it was kind of the straw that broke the camel's back, so say. So, you know, I went and got support where I could get it, which, you know, it is what it is now. Was it the right choice? No, I couldn't deal. I needed help. I needed support. And so I you know, I was in Facebook groups, and I was in weight loss groups, and I got support, and it, you know, things happen. So anyways, we got a divorce, and after my divorce, the weight loss, I still was losing weight, and I was single, and I had never been single. I was with my ex-husband since I was 16, so really I'd never been single, and I had never been the weight that I was. So that combined the two, turned me into kind of a crazy person. I forgot that I was 35, acted like I was 21, and single, and had this new body, and I took it for a test run. So that crazy lasted a couple months. That got old pretty quickly, and then it kind of settled in from there. And I, you know, out of it, I made some really great friends. I went out, I did things I never, ever, ever thought I would do. I was very introvert before. I would never go out. I would never talk to people. I was always worried what people would think of me. You know, I was always scared to be rejected. Even though I was married, I was scared to be rejected as a friend. I didn't trust anybody. I didn't want to put myself out there. So, you know, I pushed myself, and I did go out there, and I made some really great connections and some really great friends out of it. Made some really, really stupid choices and things that, you know, I probably shouldn't have done, but I think for me, it's kind of what I needed. I kind of needed to get that out of my system, and I did. And then I met the one. And it all kind of just came into place, I guess. It kind of just all came full circle, and I met him January 2nd, actually, of this year. And it was instant. And when they say, you know, when you know, you know, it's not just a thing people say. When you know, you know. When you are with the right person, everything just kind of falls into place, and it just feels right. So it was kind of a whirlwind romance. Was kind of fast and furious, and we both felt the same way, and we got engaged. So I am engaged to be married. We are getting married September 2nd. And so as far as that goes, my life is pretty great, other than the fact that I am totally off track on my weight loss and health. And I think, you know, as much as I love him, it has not been great for my weight. I think when you're, you know, there's a saying, you know, fat and happy, and I think it kind of goes hand in hand. When you're happy and you're in love, and I wasn't single, I wasn't worried about meeting anybody, because he's the person I'm going to spend the rest of my life with. And I just kind of, we go out, we have fun, we drink a little too much, we eat great food, and the pounds have just continued to come on. Now, granted, I was already gaining weight as of January, but since January, I've probably put on 15 of those 30 since January. So yeah, so that's where I'm at. Other than the fact that I'm completely off track and not where I want to be weight loss wise, I am completely happy. As much as it was difficult to deal with and get to where I am now, it was what needed to happen. I think that had I been in therapy prior to surgery, there were a lot of things that probably would have come out, and I would have been able to deal with them ahead of time. But I didn't, so I dealt with them as I could. But yeah, so that's where I'm at. So again, I'm doing this diet bet. I have to lose 4%, which ended up being like 7.5 pounds. I'm already down a couple. I don't think the 7.5 pounds will even be an issue. That's not really, I did it as a motivation to actually get back on track. I don't think that reaching, I think I have till August 2nd or something to get to that weight. I think that will be fairly easy to do. I think the biggest struggle that I'm dealing with right now is the mental part of it. It's that switch, and I went back to my old ways. I feel like my old self now. Granted, I'm still 70-80 pounds lighter than I was at my highest point. But I feel like that person. I feel like that old person is, and I don't like it. And so that's why I'm doing something about it. So I'm going to say that I'm going to make weekly videos. I shouldn't say that, because I swear every time I say that I jinx myself, and then I never freaking do it. But call me out on it. I'm gonna really try to come back here and make these weekly updates and stay accountable. And so yeah, anyways, I will talk to y'all later. See ya. Bye.